Mama kwaba edeba GhanaTube. Ensema ekoso ewo Ghana eno ena odofo meyo maboabo no edebo ansa na mekọ nsemi mu die. Se unya subscribe ye na afenso unya tele on notification bell na make sure say obeye amame na we na wa like videos ni na o comment abreme ewo comment section. Na odofo meyo meje brana makenkan ensem no ede amo meni na social media. Just me ye hwehwemu better day ena ekoso ewo Ghana ni enkofo post this gender minister honorable addresser for former gender minister honorable addresser for enkofo se oma felepa enam ensema ekoso ye say just entokwa bi esi ewo baby a just enkwala any emma se ni omo ngeke kan nyina hu beta esen muti enu nam so ama enkofo kaso wo mafe former gender minister honorable addresser we ti question na enkofo so so episa ye ne say adede na honorable addresser for aye aba na oye gender minister no nam so ama enkofo ka say we've missed her ni ne ka ho na we dey me dem ko deputy gender minister na ka che ono ena jese obi ede subo abon na subo ode abon no subo no enye subo ketwa na so ekobi echi no eye garage for achese o ma dismiss case na o de abo eye deputy gender minister making kind ensem no kakra ede amo na se wiya nia ewo hono na me de atwa so amamo. The Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, trying short, has dismissed allegations of conflict of interest against the Deputy Minister of Gender into obisa conflict of interest. Now that conflict of interest, no, as I now make boss, no, say making kind edemogaka obete as in Children and Social Protection Francisca Orte Mensah over the purchase of a personal protective equipment (PPE) for the National Youth Authority. It is what we pay at the board, no, or say, what the main kind the Commission of Human Rights and Administrative Justice has dismissed allegations of conflict of interest against Deputy Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection Francisca Orte Mensah over the purchase of personal protective equipment (PPE) for the National Youth Authority. This comes after a resident of Nima in Accra by name is Ishmael Mohammed petitioned judge to look into the minister's designate violation of Article 284 of the 1992 Constitution and Section 7 of the NYA Act in approving COVID-19 campaign. COVID-19 so the same and also no another news on COVID-19 ni na no hwe meeting na me say onya subscribe na and also interesting one be ewo by Francisca Orte Mensah, who is the board chairman of the National Youth Authority, is said to have used her influence as director and shareholder of Addo Limited to approve procurement of sanitizers amounting to 700,000 Ghana cedis for the said company, which reportedly belongs to her father. In the allegation, they say in their capacity as a NYA boss, so I don't be testing their company. So in this case, the ODG and Yama for and Obia or one Nima, I have friend Ishmael Mohammed. Eddie Assembly Echo to drag into drag and share in same year by Miss Orte Mensah is alleged to have supervised the board to pay 700,000 Ghana cedis to Addo Company Limited, which is also a subsidiary of the Addo group of companies. Anti-Girard findings, according to graphiconline.com, Girard has dismissed the allegations on grounds that they lacked merit, as investigations conducted by the commission and evidence provided did not support the case of conflict of interest against Mrs. Mensah. NCSA conflict of interest na mokano. According to the findings of Girard, evidence na evidence any conflict of interest any baby and MC Ejumana and deputy gender minister Miss Francisca Orte Mensah in the 111-page report released on February and signed by the Commissioner Joseph Whitehall. The Commission indicated that evidence showed that on March 31st, 2020, at a board meeting chaired by Mrs. Mensah, the board of the NYA has approved a 3 million Ghana cedis to fund the youth in COVID-19 campaign and related activities. So what's not say a meeting, Emma, it has been approved. The NYA, it said, use part of the 3 million Ghana cedis to procure PPEs for the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic, and that the PPE consisted of alcohol-based hand sanitizers amounting to over 68,000 Ghana cedis from Addo Limited. Accompanying Miss Mensah and her father were directors and shareholders of. However, there was no evidence that Miss Mensah gave directives for the procurement of hand sanitizer from Addo, and that the allegations that the board chairperson was not only present at the March 31st board meeting, but also participated deliberately and presided over the purchase of hand sanitizer from Addo Limited, and failed to disclose her interest in the matter is not supported by the evidence. Until some and I can say your monkey can say I on because ne papa and I just Addo near anything and until more hands sanitizer they are not canon a pack of baby near us or no one and let's not say and what they send nearby and that's what they are doing by now. To toss sanitizer near and say Saturday no board meeting no na ono ene chairperson was our board meeting na osha na ono nkwa ene wo say matter they deliberated on and after intentionally omunyina accept and approved it and call for and some more say conflict of interest ni dey kika ka ho nyina no ene dey ato afa ho a eno enye site we dey family we dey and so ono ba Safo any deputy former gender minister and deputy no where the case no we winning case no was it that the respondent was not under a deputy to disclose a private capacity interest in Addo Limited at any of the March and June 2022 board meetings. The report further established that there were deceptions in the processes of the procurement of the PPE by the management of the NYA, which made it informally fall on Ms. Mensah to intervene and have Addo Limited supply 290 boxes when it had difficulty in obtaining supply for alcohol-based hand sanitizers. It also said the action of the Deputy Gender Minister to have Addo Limited supply hand sanitizers to the NY did not amount to conflict of interest, and that at the time of concluding the investigations on this page, Addo Limited had not paid its check on the totality of the evidence. The respondent did not put herself in a position where her personal interest conflicted or was likely to conflict with the performance of her official duties as chairpersons of NYA board of directors. Etimidimu AC hawe die ne ho son encheshe mu abane se nya obi kanana se so ba ye de bono no chese enye nokre na ono ne ho son etinkofo ka so no ba adwasa for time na oye gender minister, because as at that time ono ene gender minister e wo Ghana say nkofo ka se the female ono ba adwasa for enti there sanze ni nyina he de etu etwa sisi ano enye ono ene gender minister e wo Ghana ni say obetimi e de comment no aba e wo comment and drop it ni nyina e wo comment box na odofo mebel meje bre na makenkan ensem a ode ba begum e wo comment box ni nyina aha GhanaTube measure say unya subscribe na ope more news updates na person unya e koso a measure so be subscribe na after notification for no face na ensem no 72 ma wenya na entem pass odofo mebel ni makam.